everybody, it's Alyce-Kay. This is the third video I'm recording in what has inadvertently become kind of a series. I didn't really mean it to, but it has. I may actually schedule this one to come out first because I kind of want to explain what God started putting on my heart as I was sharing the things that I've been sharing while I've been doing this stuff. And this is just a little tiny junk journal that I'm working on, and I'm cutting pages for it, and I'm actually ready to put it aside and work on another one here. But you know, it's like as I was sharing some of this stuff and I was going, God, do I really even want to let this be public, or even my friends see this and stuff? Because I'm being kind of vulnerable. I'm being pretty vulnerable. And I realized I need to share this stuff because, you know, I'm here teaching you guys and sharing with you about the Bible and stuff, and I think it's really, really important to be real. I think it's really important to not hide our weaknesses. And there's a lot of reasons for that. And let me try to explain some of them. Okay, we'll see if I can cut this stuff right while I'm talking. Here's my John Chapman Christian Academy stationery that I'm using in this. So one of the reasons is because when I grew up, and I don't think it was just my church, I think this was pretty much the way churches probably were at that time. And I think that a lot has changed now. I don't think it's quite so much like that anymore. And this, I have to warn you, my camera may shut off at just any time. It's just, I can't figure out why it does this, but it does, and I don't know when it shuts off. So we'll just trust that God will let me share what is important before it shuts off, right? But anyway, the church that I grew up in, it was like, people weren't very real there. At least not that I saw as a child. Maybe they were more real with each other as adults, but as a child, I never saw that. And so what I saw was a bunch of people who apparently had everything all right and, you know, were pretty much perfect and never had any doubts, never had any struggles. And what I did see too, and this is probably what did a lot more damage than that, what I did see was that people who had struggles ended up being condemned. And so, you know, it was like not okay to have struggles, not okay to have doubts, not okay to blow it or to fall, which is like a natural part of life, is that you are not going to be perfect. And so when I started having doubts and struggles and stuff, I thought there was something wrong with me. And my first response, of course, was my first response was to ask questions and try to get help. But then I went under a lot of condemnation for that. And I had somebody just like, you know, a year or two ago from the church that I grew up in, who's older than me, tell me that I was a troublemaker and always trying to stir up trouble when I was young. And that wasn't true. I was asking real, genuine questions and not being satisfied with the answers, and so continuing to ask more. And I really think that that's a good thing, and I think that that's a little bit more accepted now, but it wasn't accepted then, and it's still not accepted by some people, and it should be, because we should be honest about the doubts that we have and the struggles and everything. But that's uncomfortable to people, you know. It's like if you're honest about those things, then people have to kind of deal with that ugliness and everything, and it's uncomfortable, so people don't want to do that, and they don't want to have to deal with their own ugliness, I think, and their own struggles. I think that's really what it boils down to. And so anyway, so as I got older and started realizing that I'm not the only person dealing with this, and that actually all people have struggles and all people blow it and stuff, which I didn't know, as I grew up and started realizing that, I just kind of made this commitment that I'm not going to hide that. It's not that I let it all hang out, because You know, you have to be safe. There are people who really truly can hurt you and will hurt you if you share too much. And I think what I'm going to do is turn this up. And you have to be careful. And I haven't always been very careful about that. And so now I'm kind of paying the price with kind of depression and maybe PTSD. Because I haven't been careful about making sure that I'm safe. Anyway, that's getting off topic. So one of the reasons that I think it's important for me to be real, and I'm not saying everybody has to do this, it's just what God has called me to do. But one of the reasons for that is because it's important that people know that other people struggle. So that you can get help, so that you can have somebody to share with, so that we can bear one another's burdens, and so that we can lift each other up. I'm going to check and see if this is still running. Oh, it is. Good. But we're at 11 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to start another one.